Sassy bird. Sassy bird. Who you calling sassy? I'm not the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you. Jacques can't let it go. Can't let it go. That one time, can't let it go. I was alone and starving in the frozen tundra of this empty world. Loveless, afraid. Wonder if John worries that this bird is going to steal the spotlight in the drama club. Ignore him. Been bringing him with me to the drama club, and he's taken a little too well to it. Oh, okay. See how this is? Shut me out like I have nothing to add to the conversation. Oh, this is a little high maintenance, honestly. I don't know if I'm ready for all this happening here. Jacques retook his place on Jean's shoulder, this time facing away from us as if miffed. We resumed our walk towards Poppy Hall. I mean, hell, we're walking for you. You don't even have to walk places, Jacques. There's a walking, talking, Jacques-ing bird. I'm John Tron, by the way. Call me John. Hannah, nice to meet you.
Hannah.
Hannah, that's a cute name. Don't do this. You're gonna fluster the poor girl. It's her first day. So how long have you had Jacques? Small talk, small talk, small talk. Since middle school. We've been together for 4 years now. Ain't that right? Not listening. Okay, yeah, well, 4 years, middle school, like, real thing. Love him to death. Don't know what I'd do without him. Seemed like life would be a lot easier without him, but who was I to say? We arrived at the brick building. A white sign surrounded by poppies declared it to be, unsurprisingly, Poppy Hall. Honestly, I don't know what to do with Jean Tron. Either high maintenance bird, or take this beautiful love ship between boy and bird away. Like, I would separate them. That'd be miserable. Also, I think the bird would kill me in my sleep if I did that. Which room are you in? I don't want to have to play a bird off of a boy today. Maybe I do. You know, maybe I do. I don't know, that sounds tough. That sounds difficult. That sounds frightening. Room 206.
Really?
Just go to room 206. Is that your room? We doing this thing together? That's my homeroom. We're in the same math. We're in the same homeroom class. This is good. So we're both late together. John laughed and clasped me on my shoulder. Wonderful. I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, right? Yeah, right. I mean, do we have a homeroom every day? Is this a thing we're doing? Together, we entered Poppy Hall. Poplock Hall was lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. The lack of students milling around the hallway indicated we were a bit late. Ran up the stairs and made it into the classroom just as the bell rang. Oh, we're not that late then. Not bad at all. My heart caught in my throat. Thankfully, the teacher hadn't come in yet. Instead, students clumped into tight pods and milled around the classroom, catching up on vacation news.
John.
Thank you, John, for showing me to class.
See you later.
Bye. I'm out. He waved, disappeared into the wriggling mass of other boys that I can date in this game. The normal boots writhing amalgamation of body flesh stuff. I glanced around the room looking for an empty seat.
Hannah.
What? Hannah! I peeled herself out from between a cuddly couple. Is that Jontron? You're just talking to Jontron? Yeah. Yeah, weird day, right? Mai's eyes widened. I should, like, ditch you more often. Because everywhere you're not, cool things are happening. Just saying, Mai, you're kind of a downer. I couldn't help feeling a little smug. Realized I didn't know the way to class after you, and I got separated. Sorry, sentence. I realized I didn't know the way to class after you and I got separated, and he offered to walk me. I emitted a highly pressurized squeal. Something along those lines. Jontron walked you to class? Oh my god, you have to tell me everything. She grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me to an empty desk in the back corner of the room, right next to the window. I saved you a seat. Slid in, took off my backpack, hooking it on the side of my desk. I was a little bit worried the books inside were too heavy for the bag to handle, but so far, held up well. Sorry we got separated, by the way. It can get a little chaotic sometimes. So tell me, what happened? What did he say? What did he smell like? Does he have peach fuzz? Is it rough? What about that little thing he's got going on, like, under his shirt? Isn't that a little chest hair there? Is that coarse? Is it rough? Is it soft? Does he maintain it well? Wait, what? Sorry, come again? These are very important questions I'm asking. You need to answer them. Was his hair super silky, or did it have the roughness of a dog's coat? Before I could answer, the door to the front room slid open and a tall woman strolled in. Class went quiet and obediently slid into their seats. My heart beat furiously, blood rushing through my ears.
Class?
Hey, lady! Good morning, class. Teacher's melodious voice swam through the room. Hey, lady! Calming the buzzing high of students back from break. My shoulders relaxed, my fear ebbed away. I'm your teacher, Shizuki Wakahisa. You may call me Miss Shizuka. Emphasis she placed on the word led me to believe calling her Mrs. wasn't a mistake she would take lightly. Oh, there's some dirt in this storyline. Ooh, we're getting dramatic on introduction. Some of you might have noticed that we have a new student this semester. A hail of murmurs passed through the class. I was like, new student. I had no idea. I thought this pink-haired lady had been here this whole time, and we just never noticed her because, you know, she's not really a main character. Some people glanced at me. No, there's the fear again. Thanks, Shizuka, you're great. Would you like to come up and introduce yourself? I don't need to take this. Okay, first of all, no, and no. I nodded, stood, and slowly walked to the front of the room, the sheep that I am, counting my steps to make sure I wouldn't fall. I faced the class, took a deep breath to introduce myself, and noticed a familiar face in the crowd. Oh, God, it's all of them. A whole group of them. 500 boys looking at me. There was John sitting with two other boys wearing the Normal Boots Club jackets. One of the boys, the tallest one, was staring at me, the barest of frowns on his face. Something about him seemed really familiar. Wait. He's that PBG guy, wasn't he? He's the peanut butter gamer, other founder of the Normal Boots Club. Suddenly all the strength left my knees. I collapsed on the floor. What should I do? I crawl into the fetal position. Why is he frowning? Was it possible that I already made a bad impression on him? Dang, Hana, you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. This is too much. Had to be kidding me. It's still weird that she's like, I have to get all of these guys to like me. They must all like me. I have to be liked in this school. What did that mean about everyone else? I don't know. Actually, no, I kind of like that because it puts me as the player in an easy position. Like, all right, we're in wooing boys mode. These are the boys we are wooing. It's one of the Normal Boots people. Like, you know, put it on its face, the premise. Wouldn't they follow his lead? I swallowed. The faces of the class began to congeal, forming one giant blob. Thank goodness. They finally all came together into a giant homunculus of boots and cats. You moved from Amararisu, right? I nodded and swallowed again. Then like a beacon of light, I noticed Mai smiling and giving me a thumbs up. That's right. What would Mai do in this situation?
Yes.
I'd probably throw deep shade. Sorry, Hana. Didn't mean for the music to just swell up over you, but yeah, we went to public school. Let me say that in my bragging tone, in my voice. I went to public school. I went all the way from Amararisu Public High School.
I'm really excited to be here. I hope you'll all take good care of me from now on.
All right, Hana, you're pulling this around. Everyone's like, this chick knows what's up. Public high school. Pleased to meet us. This gets over with the crowd. I bowed my head to the class. They clapped enthusiastically, really ecclesiastically. It was the end of times. When I looked up, PBG wasn't frowning. He still seemed oddly confused. What's a public school? Maybe he always looked like that. Just always confused. Thank you, may be seated. All right, bye coach. I returned to my seat, having a small sigh. Hardest part of the day was over. Shizuka began to talk about standard procedure for the semester, the rules for classes when homework was due, you know, that sort of thing. It's all very similar to my old school, and I spaced out the whole time. I wasn't even there. I don't even know why I showed up, really. Brief flicker of movement caught my eye. PBG again. What's your game? What's your game, bruh? What are you trying to pull? You trying to get my attention? Or are you playing coy? Is it hard to get? Are you getting hard? His head snapped back to the blackboard. What was his problem? I bet if I keep looking at him, I can get him flustered. I'm gonna play the game. Class continued on like that until finally the bell rang. It was time for lunch. Mai stretched her arms over her head and yawned. Man, I hate the first day of class. It's always so boring. Aren't you looking forward to it this morning? Something about exciting things happening? It already happened to you. I didn't get anything today. I'm gonna have a little bit of a tantrum about it. You met John Tron, didn't you? Now I got nothing left to look forward to. She sighed. And I was hoping to see Jared before class too. And she slouched and fell across the front of my desk. I bet she left me. I bet she ditched me to go see Jared. This was all a ruse. That's why she ran off so quickly and didn't even look behind her to see if I was there. I'm not hard to miss. I got crazy looking hair. You can find me in a crowd. I can't find you in a crowd. She ditched me to look for Jared. I know it. I know girls. I know how they work. They operate. Right the moment that we left the door together, she was gone. Not a hair to be found. She deserves this, is what I'm saying. I'm saying she deserves what's coming. It seemed like this would be happening a lot. Is Jared really that hot? Like that kind of hot? Like hot? Hot? Or is he like hot? Mai's head snapped back, her eyes flashing. What did you say? If you stare directly at him for too long, your nose will melt off. I've seen it happen.
What?
Oh. Anyways, let's head to lunch. I'm super hungry. Oh, after a threat like that, yeah, I'm kind of hankering for some sloppy Joe or something. I looked at my backpack. It held up well throughout the class, but I worried that if I didn't take some of the stuff out now, it might do some permanent damage to it. Couldn't exactly afford a new backpack. All right, let's put stuff in the locker. But if we don't go now, we'll run out of sesame seed buns. I don't care. Maya, I've got like stuff to do. I've got a life to live. It's okay, I'll just go on ahead. Come find me, okay? All right. We'll have our differences. I was so lucky to have someone like her as my roommate. Quick as I could, I went to my locker and emptied out some of the textbooks I didn't need. I smiled to myself. My introduction went well. I did good today. You know, I didn't do bad in reflection. Good thing Mai was there to give me that little boost of confidence, especially with PBG staring at me like that. What's his problem? Maybe I could ask her what was up with him when I met her at the cafeteria. When I meet her at the cafeteria. It might just be the way that he was. Cheered, I headed for the cafeteria. Cheers! Cheers to me. I carried my melon bread through the minefield of people, searching for the now familiar sight of Mai's hair. Sorry, I'm just imagining literally one wrong move and any one of these students around you could explode. I hope you're good at Minesweeper. You put those flags down, and you count those numbers. Dude, excuse me. Ooh, my bad. Where is she? Couldn't see her anywhere. There are almost no empty seats. We're so bad at this. All around the world, students circled each other, laughing and joking and sharing bites of food and splitting the costs for sodas. Suddenly, I felt very obvious and very much alone. My mother, God rest her soul. Isn't there anywhere I can sit? Just then, I spotted a table at the front of the room. A lone boy sat at it, stabbing his spaghetti with the vigor of a Roman general. He was having a hard time with it. This guy. I moved closer to him, working up the courage to ask to sit with him. It's a rival gang. The other guys must be the Jets. And this must be the Bennies. The Bennies and the Jets.